Hey there, everyone! Welcome back to our channel. I'm David, and today we're diving into an intriguing topic that sits at the heart of many discussions in the field of machine learning: causality. Now, if you've ever wondered how we can determine the cause and effect relationships from data, you're in the right place. So, buckle up as we embark on this educational journey together. But first, let me ask you this: have you ever heard the phrase "correlation does not imply causation"? What does that really mean in the context of machine learning? Well, let's unpack that. To understand causality in machine learning, we need to start with the basics. So, what is causality? In simple terms, causality refers to the relationship between cause and effect. If we say that event A causes event B, it means that when A occurs, B is likely to follow. For example, let's consider a classic scenario. If you water a plant, it grows. Here, watering is the cause that leads to the growth of the plant. But in the world of data and machine learning, things can get a bit murky. This is where the famous phrase comes into play: just because two things happen together, it doesn't mean one causes the other. Let's illustrate this with a practical example. Imagine a study finds that ice cream sales and drowning incidents both increase during the summer months. At first glance, one might think that buying ice cream causes drowning. But in reality, both are influenced by a common factor: the hot weather. This is a classic case of correlation without causation. Now, in machine learning, we often deal with data sets to make predictions or identify patterns. But if we are not careful, we can easily confuse correlation with causation, leading to incorrect conclusions. This is particularly important in fields like healthcare or economics, where understanding the true cause of an event can have serious implications. So how do we differentiate between correlation and causation? One popular method is through experiments, specifically randomized controlled trials. In an RCT, participants are randomly assigned to different groups to test a hypothesis. For instance, if we wanted to test whether a new medication effectively lowers blood pressure, we would give one group the medication and another group a placebo. By comparing the outcomes, we can infer causality more confidently. However, in many real-world scenarios, conducting RCTs is not feasible. This is where machine learning techniques come into play. One of the tools used to determine causality is called the do calculus, developed by Drew Dieperle, a renowned statistician. Do calculus helps us model causal relationships by manipulating probabilistic graphical models. In essence, it allows us to answer questions like, what would happen if we intervened in a system? Let's explore a practical application of causality in machine learning: recommendation systems. Platforms like Netflix and Amazon use complex algorithms to recommend products or shows based on user behavior. However, understanding causality can improve these systems significantly. For instance, if a user watches a particular genre, we can investigate if watching that genre actually leads to higher user satisfaction, or if it simply correlates with other factors, such as the current trend or season. By applying causal inference methods, we can tailor recommendations that genuinely reflect user preferences, leading to higher engagement and satisfaction. This is not just about predicting what users might like based on their past behavior. It's about understanding the underlying reasons for those preferences. Let's take a moment to talk about another important concept: counterfactual reasoning. This involves asking what-if questions to explore alternative outcomes. For example, if we want to know how a new marketing strategy will affect sales, we can create models that simulate different scenarios. What if we increase our budget by 20%? What if we target a different demographic? Causal models help us evaluate these hypothetical scenarios more effectively. Furthermore, another exciting area in the realm of causality is the use of causal graphs. These are visual representations of causal relationships between variables. They can simplify complex systems by showing which factors influence others. For example, in healthcare, a causal graph could illustrate how lifestyle choices like diet and exercise impact health outcomes, mediated by variables such as weight and cholesterol levels. This clarity can guide better decision-making in public health policies. So, to wrap things up, causality in machine learning is all about understanding the cause and effect relationships within our data. It's crucial for making informed decisions and predictions, especially in areas where the stakes are high, like medicine and economics. By employing techniques like randomized controlled trials, do calculus, counterfactual reasoning, and causal graphs, we can move beyond mere correlations and uncover deeper insights. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more educational content. Share your thoughts in the comments below. What are your experiences with causality in machine learning? Let's discuss. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep learning.